Hello, everyone, and welcome to SCORE Fairfield County's live webinar, How to Use Artificial Intelligence Software for Social Media, Blogs, and Videos to Boost Your Sales. I'm Tim Ryan, the webinar coordinator and a business mentor here at SCORE Fairfield County, and I'll be your host. Our presenter today is Ed Winslow. More on Ed in just a minute. First, some brief info on SCORE. There's over 320 offices and 11,000 volunteers nationwide. We're part of the Small Business Administration. SCORE Fairfield County itself has 130 volunteers with a wide range of industry, process, and subject matter expertise. We offer 3 primary value-added services to small business owners. First, free one-on-one counseling. Second, educational workshops and webinars, over 150 per year. And third, we have an extensive resources on our website, including Word and Excel templates to help you build your business plan. SCORE puts on many webinars each month. Look for future events on our webinar calendar at fairfieldcounty.score.org. Some useful info on today's event. If you have a question, please use the chat window at any time during the presentation. It is located in the lower part of your screen. Our webinar will end at 1 o'clock to respect your time. The session is being recorded, and the link to the recording will be available at our website within the next couple of days. Now our speaker. Ed Winslow is the founder and owner of Niche Quest Media, a digital marketing agency with clients nationwide. Ed is also the creator of 10xdisplayads.com, providing retargeting strategies for small to large companies. Welcome, Ed. I'll turn it over to you now.
All right. Thanks, Tim. All right. So let's get to slide number 1. Okay. So in this tutorial today, we're going to talk about artificial intelligence. I'm going to show you a program that I use. There's a few artificial intelligence tools out there. You're going to probably see more of them because they're in such high demand. And there's a couple of really, really key things that you need to know to be able to utilize artificial intelligence to create content. But it really, the whole thing, it always starts with your customer. And that's what, my company Niche Quest is all about. When I started my agency about 11 years ago, I had already been involved in the internet. And what I found was that what converts online is what appeals to the consumer, not so much your product, but what the product does for the consumer. And that the internet is a demand-driven platform. Yeah, so you want to appeal to what people are looking for, what their problems and what the solutions are that they're looking for. And that's where it starts. So to be able to make the artificial intelligence work for you, you really got to start by understanding your customer. And I'm going to talk a little, if I can, I'm going to try and talk a little bit about that. You think about whether you're a service business or you're selling products, you have to think about who that consumer is. And you have to think about, and it's not just one person. Your product is not just one person. It's many different people. And there's a really, really awesome website that I refer people to a lot to understand the concept, is the Peloton website. And if you ever go over to Peloton, what they've done is really the essence of digital marketing and niche marketing is they took a product, which is a spin cycle, very, very competitive market. They merged it with a computer screen with custom workouts. What they did was that took them from like what they call a red ocean market, very, very competitive, blood in the water market. Everybody's fighting over each other, and generally the cheapest price wins, or whoever has the largest marketing budget wins. So what Peloton did was they took 2 products and they merged them together, and it moved them into a different market away from everybody else. Then what they did is they started to break down their business by who is our consumer. One consumer might be a mom with a couple kids. Another might be somebody who's 60 years old and wants to get in shape. Those are 2 different markets. Those are 2 different consumers, 2 different markets. So rather than saying, okay, we're Peloton, we've got one product that appeals to everybody, they've broken their market down by who is their consumer. So that's a really, really key thing to understand before you start implementing any artificial intelligence. So you really have to start out with your user in mind. The tool that I use is Jarvis.ai, and you can use it many, many different ways. You can use it to create social media posts, web pages, blogs, videos, Facebook ads, Google ads. You can use it to do research into your market. And, I wanted to, rather than show you some of the slides, I feel like I should let me show you what the dashboard looks like. And Tim, can you see this? I hope everybody can see my screen here.
Yep, it looks good. It says templates.
Okay, super, super. So the way this works is I wanted to just show you all the different templates that you have access to when you subscribe to like a Jarvis AI. Jarvis is the name of the robot. That's their mascot. They started out when they started the business, when they launched the business in the beginning of the year. I think it was called Conversion.ai, and they switched it over to Jarvis.ai. And so they built they're really focusing on that robot. So when you log into the account, you can see here that this is what's called, these are all the different templates, and you can see you can use it to create email messages, website pages, blogs, ads, e-commerce descriptions, social media posts. You can create real estate listings. There's a template here for creating really great real estate listing descriptions, which is probably better than you could ever create on your own. And you can do it very, very quickly, or you can at least use it as a research tool, which is something I use this for all day long. Now, as you scroll down, you can see, first right here, this is what's called a long form assistant. So you can write long form copy. You want to write a blog, or something with a lot of content, you start here. Now, here's another template which is really great for research. It's the attention, interest, desire, action. Okay, here's another one here called the problem, agitate, solution. I use this one a lot. Let me show you what it looks like. Okay, and for example, I put this in earlier, and I just made up this company name. So they say, okay, what's a company name? I put in All Star Insurance. I don't know if there's such a place, but then I put in car insurance for Tesla. For insurance agencies, there's an amazing opportunity to break your insurance agency down niche by niche by niche by niche by niche, that you can post on your website. You can optimize so that you can get the ranking for pages about Tesla, or it could be Ferrari, or it could be for fine art. And so let me just show you. So you put your company name in, little product description, and the more information that you give to Jarvis, the better the results are going to be. And then you can use the tone of voice. You want it to be serious, or you want it to be witty or funny, you can do that. And then down below here, you can see you can list the amount of options that you want. If you want 10 different options, you can get 10 different options. So let me show you what happens when I click generate AI content. So it'll spin for a second. And let's see what it says. Okay, this is what was just written very, very quickly. Now, it's not the ultimate tool that solves all your problems. It's a writing assistant. Think of artificial intelligence like somebody sitting next to you who is doing the writing, and you're working with them to create this content. So you can see right here, I use this more as a research tool. So the problem, agitate, solution, right? So buying car insurance can be a pain, but All Star Insurance makes it easy. We've been helping Tesla owners save money on their car insurance for years. Our customer service is the best in the industry, and we're always happy to help you find an affordable policy that fits your budget. I mean, this is what this artificial intelligence is telling you. Here's another one option. Tesla owners are often the target of insurance rate hikes, even if they've never had an accident. If you own a Tesla, then All Star Insurance is here to help. You get cheaper car insurance, blah, blah, blah. Plus, we're proud to be one of the only providers that specializes in insuring Tesla and their drivers. Now, this may not be accurate, so you have to take that with a grain of salt. So facts are not always Jarvis's best trait. So you have to, you just keep that in mind. Again, here's another one. The problem car insurance for Tesla owners is hard to find. And then the solution, the agitation here is All Star Insurance was born because we wanted to make car insurance easy and affordable for Tesla owners. We know that many drivers are concerned about the high cost of insuring their new electric vehicles. I mean, this is interesting, right? So this tool, they're using words like new electric vehicles. They know simple solution, great coverage, low rates. These are all the topics that this tool recognizes online relevant to insurance for Tesla. And then right here, it offers 3 levels of protection depending on your needs and budget. Includes all types of coverage, including fire, theft, vandalism, hailstorms, earthquakes, even if you hit an animal while driving. This is pretty interesting. You could do and then what you can do if you want to restart it, you can clear this space right here. Now you could do something like this one here. You could product to score helps business owners and startups with a business plan or issues. So let me just fix that. Okay, so we could do the same thing. And let's give it a run and let's see what they say about score. Okay. Okay, so here's the problem solution. Business plans are important, but they're also a lot of work. Most business owners don't have the time or energy to write a business plan from scratch, and most templates on the internet are either outdated or just plain bad. So here's the problem. Here's the agitation, and here's the solution. What is it? What is this robot saying about Score? Score is an online business plan builder. Okay, maybe that's not accurate. Maybe you're going to have to edit that. That helps you craft a professional quality plan in less than half the time it would take to do it yourself. We even offer free access to our library of sample plans covering many different industries and topics, so you can see how others have done it yourself or have done it before. Again, here's another option. Starting a business is hard. You have to come up with an idea, create a product, and then sell it. It's no wonder that most startups fail within a year of operation. There's so many moving parts involved in creating the right business model that many entrepreneurs give up before they start. Score helps you. Here's the solution. Score helps you overcome these challenges, by providing you a simple templates for your business plan, as well as access to experienced mentors who can guide you along the way through this process. I mean, this is pretty interesting, that you can get this kind of information, just with a push of a button. Now you have to steer this in the right direction. So let's go back and so you get a little taste there. Now you can also, like right here, if I wanted to take that content from the PAS framework, I could actually take that content. If I want to edit it a little bit, I could take it and I could actually put that right in here. I could paste the paragraph right in this content field right here, click to generate content, and I'm going to get 3 rewritten versions of what I just created. Okay, which is pretty amazing. Product descriptions, like if you want to create a product description for your e-commerce product, or if you're, you know, any kind of local retailer, you want to put something on your website and you want to do it yourself and you're not a professional copywriter, you can take the content and put it in this description field, and you know, again, you can create whatever it is that you want. Okay, let's go down the list here a little bit more. You know, blog topics, you know, blog post outline. If you're looking to create, you know, blogs work really, really well. They're, you know, a key part of niche marketing. So if you take a particular topic, like if you wanted to write an article, you're an insurance agency and you want to write a blog about Tesla insurance, you can actually go into your blog post outline and it will help you break it down into all the different categories that you want to post in the body of that content. Okay. I mean, think about what it's like to do it by scratch. You know, before you have something like this, you have no guide, you don't know where to go, you don't know how to write content, you don't know how to get results on Google. Well, this helps you solve that problem, because now you can create content for your business that's going to do the selling for you. And that's really what this is all about. What is this tool all about? It's a tool that's going to help you create content that's going to be your virtual sales force. So at the end of the day, now I wanted to, this one I already started, and this was sort of interesting. There are people that are using this tool to create books. They're using it. There's a guy that I know, he started a business utilizing this called booksthatgenerate.leads.com. I think that was called. And what he does is he creates ebooks for local service businesses to enhance their credibility. One of the stories he told me about was a mortgage broker that he created one of these books for. And what he did was he created the book using this particular tool. Once he had the content, he created a book using Amazon's publishing, and it created a paperback book. I think it was like $2.50 per book. He ordered a bunch of these books, and what he does is he puts them in an envelope or a box. Actually, it's a box, and he sends it to prospects with like a cover letter. And then he's got an envelope inside the box, and it's got the guide to financing. And he also uses that not only to send directly to prospects to convert them, but he also sends it out to a lot of real estate brokers. So it's in a way that he has established authority and expertise in his marketplace, but it started here. He uses this tool. So I just thought this was sort of a fun thing to do. So you can create a story. So write deliciously creative stories to engage your readers. So what I did was I thought this was sort of neat to demonstrate how this works. And so here's the plot. Jim and Jane were struggling with ideas for their new business. Then they found Score. This is what I wrote, okay? Then they found Score, a business mentoring organization. One day they attended a Score webinar about an artificial intelligence writing software that led to becoming an international success story. So we're going to use the tone of voice. We're going to use the witty one, and let's see what Jarvis tells us. Okay. Now again, you got to look at the facts here, but look what Jarvis said. Jim and Jane had been struggling with ideas for the new business when they saw a commercial on TV about Score. They found out that Score was an organization where you can get free advice and mentorship from highly successful entrepreneurs. One day they attended what seemed like a mundane webinar on artificial intelligence writing software. but it turned it into something much more than just another seminar. The employee of the company demonstrated in less than 5 minutes how to convert any sentence into text using this software, which led Jim and Jane to become international success stories by providing clients with prose that mimicked real human speech at 1/10 of the cost per word. I mean, it's pretty amazing. Again, here's another one. I am the best of both worlds. Jane said, a woman who knows what she wants and a man who knows how to make it happen. Jim looked up from his laptop screen, but what if one day you change your mind about something? Then we'll just have to, she shrugged her shoulders in response, well, then we'll just have to evolve. But you can see what the power of this tool is. Now you're going to have to piece together a lot of it, to make it work for you. But it's really amazing that this resource is available today that can help you with all your social media content. Now I like to use it for social media content because it's so quick and easy and I don't really have to think about it too much. One of the things that I've used it for effectively, we do this for a lot of clients, is we'll take a client and we'll go through this discovery process to figure out what are all the different niches within their business. And, for example, like let's say you're a dentist, you have a lot of different types of patients. And, you could have newborns, you could have young kids, you could have teenagers, you can have, men, you can have women, you can have seniors. There's all kinds of little topics. And then you've got within each profile, there are different kinds of needs they have. Some might need teeth whitening, some might need teeth cleaning, some might need root canals. And you can start to break down all the different services as they apply to the different categories of patients within your practice. And once you have that, then you can go into this tool, this software tool, and now you can start to create very, very compelling content very quickly, broken down niche by niche by niche. Now you've got, you could theoretically, come up with, 6 months or a year of content in, like a morning. It might take you a few hours to do this, but you can put it all together, copy it, paste it onto a Word document. And then now you've got a year of social media content. I mean, you could come up with hundreds of different topics, niche by niche by niche, profile by profile. You can do this with, you can do this for your Google My Business posting account if you're a local business. You can use this same strategy to create great Facebook ads. Now, the founder of this Jarvis had actually used Jarvis to create Facebook ads to promote the tool. He was getting better results from the ads he created using Jarvis than the ads that he created manually on his own. He was getting a higher conversion. The content was much more compelling. And instead of having to think so much about the ad, he could spend his mental space thinking about who the consumer is and then using Jarvis to figure out what is the best content for that particular user, which is, mentally not that easy. So if you think about, let's go back to the dentist concept for a minute. Let's say you broke your business down to 6 different profiles, from kids to up through seniors. And then let's say you have, 10 different services. Well, you can mix and match that now, and you can create hundreds of posts. You can take each one of those and you can turn that into Facebook posts, Google My Business posts, and then you can actually take each one of those categories and you could take it up here to your long form assistant. But maybe even before that, you take that you're utilizing your PAS framework, or you're using this one here, which is the AIDA framework, which is attention, interest, desire, and action. So it enables you in a very quick period of time to do some really, really in-depth research into your market and come up with the content, because, you know, it's important to keep in mind that the internet was created based on user-driven content. You know, internet is an internet marketing, or it's a content marketing platform. And you need content out in front of your market for the internet to become a sales tool for you. So you need to be constantly creating content. And there's so many different categories there's so many different topics. I don't care what business you are. You could be a local, you know, roofing company, or a personal injury attorney, or a chiropractor. It doesn't matter what it is. You need content out in front of your audience on a regular basis to generate sales. All right, let's see. Let's go down the list a little bit more. Google My Business, you know, Google My Business posts. Amazon products. This is another really, really good one. So if you're a product seller and you're going to have Amazon fulfill your product, you know, the sales of your product. Again, same exact concept. You can create really, really compelling descriptions that are going to help increase the conversion of sale. All right, let's see. Photo captions. I mean, it's just, the list goes on. This is another one that I've used for creating video content. So you can, you know, there's sort of like, you know, what I've been doing is been putting together like step-by-step processes as we use all these templates, because we find that a lot of times we'll start with, you know, the topic. We'll start with this framework. Then we might go over to this framework. You know, then, you know, we may go down to, you know, come up with topic ideas. And you just keep following the steps, and you're going to come up with so many different ideas that are going to help you sell more of whatever it is that you sell. Review responder. You want to respond to reviews. Great way to create really, really compelling content to respond to your Google reviews, which is always that's a great practice. You know, when somebody leaves a review, you now have a solution for when you're sort of stuck. Like, what do I say when somebody leaves a positive review, other than, you know, thanks for leaving the review? How do you come up with something unique and compelling and friendly and upbeat? You know, a lot of times you run into writer's block. So you can utilize this template right here for reviews. Cold emails, same, you know, again, I just want to sort of give you the overview here. There's actually somebody I saw who specializes in creating LinkedIn profiles, and he's been utilizing Jarvis to help him enhance his business. You know, if you're looking to your company bio, you know, you want to create a really compelling biography about your business for your website, you know, or maybe even on your LinkedIn page. Again, you've got these resources right here that's going to help you, probably, unless you're a really, really talented copywriter, this is going to help you enhance your whole digital experience. I haven't used all of these. I mean, it just keeps going on and on. You know, one of the things that we do a lot that Google really favors is questions. So when we write blogs, we'll break, you know, like if you look at let's go back to the Tesla insurance guide. You could actually go into Quora answers, and you could do a search for, you know, Tesla insurance, and you might be able to find questions that will help you create your blog content. Google really, really favors questions and answers in content. And that's mainly about it here. You know, I sort of went through, you know, this is something before when I was creating this this slide deck here. I went into the problem agitate solution, and I said, hey Jarvis, you know, what can you tell me about SCORE? And this is what they said: the majority of entrepreneurs are lacking the necessary skills to run a successful business. This is why SCORE was founded. And I don't know about the 15,000 volunteers, but somehow or other, this is what Jarvis said. You know, SCORE has over 15,000 volunteers who have experience starting their own businesses or working with small companies. They offer free one-on-one counseling as well as workshops on topics such as finance, marketing, management, and operations. You can also find resources online like how-to manuals and videos that will help you improve your company's performance. That's like amazing content that was just created with a click of a button. Now, you may not use it, but it's you can come up with some pretty great ideas. You know, can you help me write Facebook posts? You know, it takes a lot of time to write engaging Facebook posts. The average business owner spends over an hour per day posting on social media. And then so you can find here you're coming up with a problem solution. So it's helping you understand, even if you don't use this content exactly like this. And if you want, you can paste, if you like the content, but you want to rewrite it, copy the content, paste it into the content rewriter. Let's see, All-Star Insurance, we went over that. You know, here's a real estate listing. They have this real estate listing category. And I just made this up. You know, 5-bedroom, 5-bath, luxury log style home with ski in, ski out access to Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Includes indoor jacuzzi, home theater, wine cellar, and gym. And this is what it said: welcome to your dream property in Jackson Hole, Wyoming. This 5-bedroom, 5-bath, 2-bedroom, 1-bath guest house, once a popular ski lodge, is now the home you've been waiting for. The location is unbeatable, less than a mile inside of the national park and just steps from one of the most desired ski runs on earth. I mean, this is really, really amazing that you can come up with ideas like this. And it may not be accurate, but it gives you some ideas as to how you can create a very, very compelling real estate listing. And then you can go back and you can, you know, if it's not accurate, you can go back and just run it again, run it a couple different times, you know, direct Jarvis based on this feedback to get you what you ultimately want. You know, if you're a real estate agent, not only can you use this to create very, very compelling listings that you can use, you know, on your website, your Instagram, you know, Zillow or wherever, but you can use this in your presentations when you're looking to get hired to, you know, market a home for sale or commercial property. You know, I've already gone over all this here. Here's your content improver. Now, if you go over to Jarvis and you do subscribe, they do have a whole section on how to learn how to write with AI, and you know, a step-by-step guide to becoming a better writer with Jarvis. But even still, what precedes this is really understanding who you're writing to, and that, you know, they don't really tell you the answer. Jarvis will not tell you that answer, but you really need to understand how niche marketing works and take your business and break it down niche by niche by niche. A lot of times you can do that just by knowing who your customers are, conversations that you've had with them, specific things that they're asking you about. Remember, this is demand-driven marketing. So you want to utilize this tool to cater to that demand. And that's, you know, ultimately that's the formula that's going to help you get more business. That's about it. I could keep going, but I think that's sort of the, you know, I think that's a lot for 30 minutes. But
yeah, thanks, Ed. We'll use the remaining time for a little Q&A. We'll take as many questions as we can. So please submit them either via the chat feature or the Q&A section, either one. is fine. So Ed, that was really great how you took us through. So you turned this into a real workshop as opposed to just a PowerPoint presentation. That was excellent. A couple questions have come in. First, Larry said, are Jarvis's answers created fresh with each query, or do they follow a pattern? For instance, if two people entered the same question or sentence, would Jarvis' response be the same, or would it be different?
It's unique. It's not copy paste. It's all unique content. You know, I don't know. I haven't tested the exact same message. Like if I took the exact same message and you took the exact same message, are we going to get the exact same results? Probably not. You know, I don't think so. You know, it's a good question. I don't know the answer to that, but I don't think so. I mean, one of the things that they do talk about in the, you know, Jarvis has a, you know, they have a pretty active Facebook group, and it's a really, really good group because they're looking at all the questions that people are asking, just like that question. That's a really good question. They're working with their users to come up with these answers. But the answer is, I think everything is 100% unique. It's not copy paste. It's not plagiarized. It's unique content,
Right.
Based on knowledge of the internet. And what's happening here with Jarvis is that Jarvis is continual. It's a program that continually crawls the internet. Now, as of a few months ago, it's like they had crawled like 10% of the internet, and they're learning from that 10%. But as time goes on, they're going to crawl more and more and more of the content that's online. So it's going to become more robust and smarter.
Right. Someone else is asking, what are the other AI applications, or you're recommending Jarvis over all the other ones? What are some of the other ones, I guess?
You know, I don't know the other, you know, I just don't know the other ones. You know, now that I'm using Jarvis, I am, you know, I do notice other ones online because I am using this one. You know, I don't know. I think you're going to find that it really comes down to who's running the company. It's probably going to be very similar.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep. Aaron's asking, does this work with Twitter, Instagram, other apps?
Yeah, it does. It's because it's content creation. So it doesn't really matter what the platform is. And you don't have to use it exactly as, you know, you don't have to use like an Instagram template even if they had one. I don't think they do, but even if they did, I don't think they do. I didn't, you know, like for example, you could use, you know, if you wanted to create content for Instagram, you could probably use this one right here. You know, you can sort of jump back and forth to create your own content. So whether it's, you know, Instagram or Twitter, it doesn't really matter. You know, just keep in mind it's a tool. So like, for example, if you want to expand on a thought, you could use this sentence expander. If you write something and you don't really like it, you can improve it here. You can expand it over here. You can make it simpler here. You know, so they give you all these different templates to create your content.
Right. Someone else is asking, how long does it take to go through the boot camp to learn this process?
Probably not long. You know, I haven't been through the whole thing myself. You know, what I find, you know, I bet you could go through most of it in a weekend.
Right. Yeah. Someone else is, well, we'll wind up about 3 questions in one here. Someone is asking, what version do you recommend, Starter, Pro, or Boss mode? And then along with that, I guess, is what's the pricing structure of this?
You know, I've got the Boss mode. I don't know if I haven't really used the Boss mode yet. That was an add-on. I was paying $99 a month for the Pro version. I think what you want is you want the Pro version. I don't know what their prices are now. I think people that are getting into it now are gonna, like I started using it very, very early when they first came out with it. And I really don't, personally, I don't use it on a day-to-day basis. you know, for creating a lot of content, because I've got a business I've got to run. I've got people that work for me that create content and use this all day long. Now, but I would say that the boss, if you're going to really use it, I would get it all. I would get the boss mode. I would get Surfer SEO. Surfer SEO is another program, which I think is $69 a month. And let me just see here. Can you see this screen right here?
Yep.
Yeah. This pairs with Jarvis. As a matter of fact, this particular program, they integrated this so that if you subscribe to Surfer SEO, you can have Jarvis open on the right side of your screen, Surfer SEO on the other side of your screen, and you can create it'll help you create amazing content. Like one of the pieces of content I'm working on right now is what is niche marketing? And what I found, and you know, it's just one of these things, I overlooked it for I don't know how many years I've been in business, and I never thought of, you know, why not try and write a really compelling article about what is niche marketing. So what I did was I used Surfer SEO, and I did a search with their keyword research tool, and I found that what niche marketing is a very, very highly searched term. It's like maybe 10,000 times a month, plus there's a lot of deeper niche relevant keywords. And then what I was able to do was utilize Surfer SEO to find topics within my article, which is going to be what is niche marketing. And they told me what I'm going to need to do to, you know, like how many words do I need to create? How many subtopics do I need to create if I want to rank #1? Because my goal is to rank #1 on a national basis. I think I can do it because, you know, I've had this site for a long time. It's got it's a very well-seasoned site, and I do rank extremely well, you know, when I go after certain things, certain topics. But what I would recommend, if you're real serious about search engine optimization, social media marketing, if you believe in the power of the internet for building a business, you could utilize Surfer SEO along with Jarvis. Get the pro version of Jarvis, get the boss mode.
Right. Someone has actually shared with us that the boss mode per month costs $119. Pro version is $109, and they think the basic version is about $25 a month or something. But to those different levels, would each level give you more of these different topics that we're looking at, like ideas and Google ad descriptions and Google My Business?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. So the boss mode. Yeah. So the boss mode. So Jarvis Pro is $109. So if you just upgrade for another $10, then you're getting the boss mode. I think really the boss mode, I don't know exactly what it does. I think it enables you to speak. Like that's the whole concept. Like you're the boss, right? And now you can actually speak into Jarvis. You don't have to type everything. You can actually verbally speak. I think that's what the boss mode does.
Got it.
But I don't think the boss mode gives you, I don't know if it gives you that much more capability over the pro version other than the voice part, but I'm not 100% sure. I subscribe to it. There's just so many things that, you can it's hard to fit everything that you need to learn in this life into a day.
Right. Someone has asked, is there no copyright issues with Jarvis created content? I mean, I guess
no.
If you're in the creative section, it's not going to pull up a Stephen King section of his book or something.
No, it's not. It's not plagiarized content. It's going to be unique content.
Right. Got it. Yeah. So this is really great for the average person. I mean, it's always been said the owner of the business is actually the best one to do content creation. It's just that they never have the time to devote to it. But with this tool, it's possible, I guess, that they could create their own content swiftly.
Well, you can also outsource content creation to Jarvis, writers. And right. But again, you've got to steer them. So you've got to steer somebody. Somebody's got to create it. Now it does take time because it's not just yes, you could see based on my demonstration, yes, you can push a button and you can create content, but it won't create everything for you. So you have to piece it together one bit at a time. You know, so if you were to hire a freelancer who can do the writing, you know, there's a lot of writers out there that are gravitating to Jarvis and are, you know, enabled to create really, really good, inexpensive content.
Right. Yep. Very good. Well, I don't see any other questions coming in, so we might as well wrap up. As a reminder, a recording on this webinar is available within a couple of days on the fairfieldcounty.score.org website. Please check our website for information on upcoming webinars. Again, SCORE offers free individual counseling, so on our website, click on the button Request a Mentor. We are available for sessions currently via phone, email, and video. Also, please fill out your evaluations, will be sent out shortly. On behalf of SCORE, I'd like to thank you all for attending today's SCORE live webinar. In closing, a big thank you to Ed Winslow. Thanks, Ed. That was really informative.
Oh, you're welcome. Happy to do it.